Welcome back. Today, let's find out what are the most popular programming languages right now, and more importantly, how you can do the research yourself, because there's a lot of data available online, and a lot of websites calculate popularity of programming languages, but you have to know how they calculate their data and what basically the source for their data is. So first of all, I want to tell you about the TOB index. That's TIOBE. It counts the number of web pages with the programming language's name. So if you've got, 2 million web pages related to Java, then this would be counting the 2 million as the number for Java. And in that sense, it's a lagging indicator. Why? Well, think of a programming language like Objective-C that has way over 20 million pages on the web, while C programming has only 11 million. This explains why Objective-C has a high TOB ranking, but who's reading those Objective-C pages? Hardly anyone, according to Google Trends. And we're going to talk about Google Trends in a minute. But Objective-C is searched 30 times less than C programming. And in that regard, the TOB index is really a little bit misleading. But still, it's some kind of information, some kind of index about the popularity of websites or programming languages related to the number of websites that are related to that programming language. And if we take a look at the current numbers there, I've got the numbers from December here. We have actually 3 C languages in the top 5, with C# on position 5, C++ on position 3, and C on position 2. Java on position 4, and Python on the first position there. But actually, Python and C pretty much have a very similar percentage of this TOB index, with 16 point something percent. So it's very close. C++ then almost 12%, Java with around 11.8%, and C# there with almost 5% there. So a huge gap there between number 1 and number 5, but number 1 and number 2, Python and C, pretty close. But let's look at a different index, the PYPL index. It counts how often language tutorials are being searched on Google. PYPL means popularity of programming languages. That's how you spell that index. And this means the more a language tutorial is searched on Google, the more popular that language is assumed to be. And in that sense, this index is a leading indicator. So let's look at the index there, and we've got Python in the lead there as well, with a huge gap to the second position, which is Java, and the third position, which is JavaScript. Python has a share of 28 point something percent, Java only 17, only quote unquote, of course, and JavaScript only 9. So there's a huge gap between number 1 and number 3 already. Number 4 is C#, number 5 C and C++, with 6% give or take. But again, Python is in the lead there also in the popularity of programming languages index, which counts how often programming tutorials are being searched for on Google. So that tells us something. But if you want to do more research there and take a look at the progression of that data and how it's changing, how the popularity of programming languages is changing, you can go to Google Trends. Google Trends compares different search terms against each other across the time period. And if you enter there Java and Python and JavaScript, and maybe just include C++ there, you see that basically Java was in the lead as the most popular programming language still in 2018, parts of 2019. But then Python took over. And actually, there was a huge spike in Python, in popularity of Python in 2021, 22, something like that, where Python really gained a lot of traction and was really becoming the most popular programming language by far. Google Trends also gives you information about the breakdown by region. And if you take a look at the sort of the map there, the Earth's map there, where the colors indicate which programming language is the most popular one in a certain region, you see that most of the world map there is filled with the color of Python. So Python is really the most popular programming language in the world. But of course, these are numbers all related to Google searches. So if you ask yourself what the people in the software industry are saying, you can take a look at the State of Software Engineers report by Hired.com. And if you Google search State of Software Engineers, you get the most recent survey. They surveyed more than 2,000 software engineers, and they found that engineers continue to favor coding languages such as Python, which is the top number one there in the most popular favorite languages of people actually working in the field. JavaScript on position 2 and Java on position 3. So we can conclude there that actually people are searching for Python the most on Google. People are producing web pages, and there's a lot of information about Python available. And people in the industry say that their most favorite language is Python. But again, it's always good to do your own research. So that's why I was telling you about the methodology and how you can find out for yourself.